Well, hello everyone. It has been a minute since I have been on YouTube with a video in regards to the gardens. I did do a garden tour week 10 and it got lost in outer space somewhere. So there were a lot of changes on week 10 and this would technically be week 12, but we have major changes going on here. But I figure I'd walk you around. Doesn't look the greatest, looks a little messy, but gonna keep it real on this channel. And like I said, the garden tour week 10 disappeared, so here we go, garden tour week 10. And as you can see, I'm in front of my herb basket that is still doing quite well with the parsley, oregano, sage. What else is in there? Yeah, I think that's about it. So that is that. This oregano is doing quite well also. It's a marigolds, and I'm most likely going to take this one in the house shortly because the temperatures are starting to drop. So some dying zinnias. Same here. The temps dropping. Doesn't look the greatest on my deck at all. This is the Tabasco plant, one of them. It's not looking too well. This one looks much healthier, and we'll see what happens before I can take that into the house. Yeah, I don't want it to die, so if I have to, I will take this one into the house. And this one's not looking so healthy. Basil I'm going to seed. This tomato plant is literally practically done. It looks terrible. Here is one yellow pear-shaped tomato. Oregano, parsley came back from the caterpillar. This dwarf basil, I harvested a lot of that, but we still have some. Sage to thyme, more basil. The chives I still didn't get to, and yeah, dead pepper plant. You can see this pineapple sage. I've cut some, as you can see right here and here, for my dehydrator to dehydrate some, and some greens coming back. But today I'm going to cut the rest of this off, save some basil seeds, parsley, there. This is pretty much the out back. Dogs, they're following me everywhere I go. Let me show you. This is the lemon balm, and it doesn't exist anymore, and this is something very strange. I almost thought basil grew inside the lemon balm, and this must be the seeds. So yes, the lemon balm has finally been harvested. And now let's show you everything else. Still have zinnias going. And I'll be cutting this one soon. It's been a very strange and hectic few weeks. So the kale has gotten chewed on. And yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to do exactly with the kale. There's the mystery plant that I've called it on every video. I hope you can see that with the glare because it's very sunny here today. Sorry if my voice sounds terrible. I have like a really dry throat today, but yeah, and there's more kale popping up. So they've really had a field day within the last couple of days of chewing this part up. So, but there's other leaves. I'm just gonna leave it be, let it just do its thing. More zinnias. These purples are absolutely beautiful. Eggplants that are in here are not well. I didn't really get a lot of eggplants this year, but there is one purple flower, if you can see that. So I'm like just holding off to the last minute before I go and rip them out. And We have the bush beans were being kind of hidden from all the zinnias, so I haven't really been on top of this. Like I said, it's been a crazy 2 weeks, but as you can see, there are beans to harvest, so might as well pick them. Yeah, I think it's just blocking if I'm getting the proper light, the zinnia plant. So let me see. And there's more purple back there. So yeah, quite a few to pick off. As a matter of fact, I see one on the ground, laying on the ground. That's half purple, half white. Might save it for the seeds. We shall see. But there's a little bit more that I could be picking. But let's continue with the garden tour week 10. So no more eggplants, zinnias galore. As you can see, that's why the beans aren't getting the greatest light. Gonna rip that out. That basil plant I have left there, and it's going to seed. There's still some I could pick off of there, but as you can see, which I didn't notice this until now, oops, there are a ton of sunflower seeds in here. I literally didn't even get to a few of my heads in time, and I have some sprouts coming up of either spinach or kale growing in here, and the birds got to the sunflowers. So part of me wants to rake that up, and another part of me doesn't want to disturb the seedlings that are growing. And this is radishes down here that I'm growing. So they're coming in, but that is from not taking out that head. And there's even sunflower seeds sitting on top of the zinnia. There's still a lot of zinnias going on. These are beautiful. They're enormous. So that is this section. They're literally starting to fall over and lay on the ground. I have to pick that up. This section I planted kale, if I'm not mistaken, or spinach, one or the other, because I'm not really going to do a big fall garden. See, the zinnias are falling over, but the seeds germinated. There's a whole cluster right here, and I wonder if you can see all that. It looks great. And over here, I planted beets and didn't have great germination, and now there's a few, just a few in there, not much. This is the other basil plant that's dying off. Peach tomatoes. This is the side section with the zebra right there. I hope you guys can see this with the sun being so bright today. The green zebra tomatoes, the peach tomatoes, they're starting to slow down quite a bit. And then I have my late bloomer tomatoes, and there are lots still in there. I have a random Tabasco pepper plant over here, which I don't recall showing it in any of the videos, but we have that there. Tons more tomatoes on this side, which I would, like I said, this was an experiment and it looks a mess. It's really hard to keep them up, but again, it was an experiment. This is a beauty. It's ready to be picked. I would definitely do this again. A little bit neater next time, but I would do it again because we are October 1st and I am still picking tomatoes. And let me see if I can sit this down, because I see, which this one might not be any good. Another tomato, zebra tomato, that's split probably from either being too close or the weather. I just spotted another one, which these are those Krim tomatoes, which did really, really well actually. So yes, I would do this again. I would just space them better, and I like this idea that I'm still getting tomatoes in fall. So that is this area, which looks crazy, and I'll have to go through it a little bit better. Not on camera, but there's still flowering. It's not affected by the cooler nights. None of that. And then we'll go over here. Zinnias. This part of the tomato garden, which was done in early spring, is completely starting to die off. A few stray zinnias. Not a lot of sunflowers left. There's my sunflower. Just got the head down. So yeah, you can see some of these are dying, and then you look this way and they're not. There are still lots of tomatoes, which I don't think my hand is big enough, but I just wanted to show you guys on Garden Tour Week 10 that there are still plenty of tomatoes to pick all over in here. Even back there. I hope I'm not making you dizzy. So yeah, and they're green. They're not disease filled. Nothing like that. That one has a little bit of blight on it. But the few down there that were planted really early spring are almost done. These were planted all in spring, and these are still looking pretty good. Another Tabasco pepper plant or two. Magically here, the peppers are huge. I did do a harvest. I am just letting the peppers go. As you can see, I still have peppers growing. I am just letting them do their thing until it freezes here. The banana peppers. I think this one is the long hots. Let's see. The tomato plant is starting to take over the pepper area now. I might have to pull that back a little bit so the peppers still get their adequate light. There is eggplant in here that's trying to grow. There's like one or two. Here's another. Let me move the leaf out of the way. Another eggplant. So, more long hots growing. So yeah, the pepper plants are doing phenomenal. They are growing, and I have more picking to do. Green bell peppers back there. Oh wow, I didn't even notice this. Let me sit you down for 1 second, guys. Really don't recall having like a heavy windstorm, unless one of the kids or somebody in the area decided to knock the row of baskets down that I am finding inside my cucumber bed. So I just started picking that up, and I did plant cucumber in here. Another seedling a little while back. There is an enormous cucumber back there with a baby, which is what I was getting at. I didn't want to rip it out, even though parts of it look like it's dying, only because I knew that I planted another seed and wanted to get another run on the cucumbers. So, with the marigolds, and this is more peppers. They're just amazing. So yeah, Garden Tour Week 10. This is that trunk from that big enormous sunflower that's there. Zinnias, I ripped a whole big patch out there. Let's see. This was just up the other day, and now it's suddenly leaning over. So I'm probably just going to pull this one out. And I think we have a zucchini, or that's a cucumber. I think that's cucumber that's coming up. I didn't plant a lot in here, just a few things. Yeah, so we have a few things coming up. And some weeds, of course. Baby sunflower. We have more. This might be either zucchini or cucumbers. Not exactly sure, and I really need to get out here and weed. And let's see. This trellis here, I planted some cucumbers near it. It looks like two may have taken. Yeah, there's another baby right there. So this is the trellis I'm going to use for the cucumbers. This is another sunflower. Looks great. That sunflower plant is down. They literally got to all the seeds, and like I said, it's just been a crazy last few weeks in my personal life, and you know, just in general. And didn't get a chance to cut that one down. Like I said, we did cut quite a few down the other day. This is the corn that I still can't rip out for my decorating of fall because of the factor the cucumbers tangled, and there's a basket down there too. I don't know what that's about. Let me see if I can crawl in here. Look at the size of this cucumber plant. Guys, I haven't really been out here. Let me set the phone down real quick so I can try to get it off. And I will show you. That is a big cucumber, and that is why I have not ripped down the corn yet, because there's cucumber vines everywhere. This cucumber is a little bit bigger. We have another large one right there. But let me see if I can get in there and rip it out with you guys. Don't ever like to let my cucumbers get that big, but I haven't really been out here trying to see if I can get this without breaking anything. Let's see. I'm trying to do this one-handed. Is it working too well? Got it. Enormous. Two big, enormous cucumbers. So this is why I haven't touched the corn yet, because it's all entangled in there and I see other babies. So I am pretty much just letting my garden do whatever it wants until it officially dies, and I'll come out and rip it all up. But that's the cucumber, corn. Showed you this section. There's one of the stumps from the sunflowers that we cut down. Had a few things growing in this garden. Not a lot, because I don't really want a big fall garden this year. Just a few things like kale or spinach, maybe a few extra zucchini and cucumber plants. But that is what's going on for Garden Tour Week 10. Things are still in production. Things are looking a mess to me and need to be cleaned up. But I am just going to let it go, like I said, and let it, whoops, I'll put that down there, and let my gardens do its thing. So that is really what is going on here, guys, for our Garden Tour Week 10. As I explained, the other one disappeared in outer space, and I wanted to quick hop on and do the garden tour again, so that I at least made it to 10 garden videos for my first time on YouTube. So there you have it, guys. I don't know if we'll get another tour Garden Tour 11, I'm not really sure. I will have to see how things are producing. So I don't want to bore you to death with the same old, but yeah, it is beautiful here today. Should have wore sunglasses. It's in the 80s here. It's been going down to about the 60s or like 70s, but not any type of freezing temperatures. So that is where we are for Garden Tour Week 10. I'm going to try to be a little bit more consistent with the videos. There will be a lot of different types of videos coming out with fall coming and winter coming. I want my channel to be food and baking, lifestyle. I'll do reviews, food store reviews, you know, when I do my hauls. So thank you guys for sticking it out with me. And I hope you continue to stay around. And yeah, so that is where we're at. This may be our last garden tour, week 10 until next year. Not 1,000% positive, but we shall see. And again, thank you guys for your patience. And until next time, God bless. Thank you for joining me on this first time adventure of doing YouTube in the gardens. And I hope to see you stick around, and we'll see where this channel goes. Okay, guys, until next time, I bless you and happy gardening.